The Germans marched into Austria on March the 12th, 1938. The lack of any resistance saw the takeover labelled the War of the Flowers. Germany had achieved the Anschluss, the political union it had been agitating for years, but which was expressly forbidden by the Treaty of Versailles. Adolf Hitler, an Austrian native, followed on the heels of his generals to lead a vast crowd in celebrations in Vienna. Austria had lost its independence and wouldn't get it back completely for 17 years. The Nazi regime cracked down quickly. 200,000 Jews were living in Austria. Within just a few days, a third of them had been arrested, most destined to die. Others fled abroad. Political dissenters were also rounded up. At the end of the war, Austria was occupied by the Allies. The French, the Americans, the British and the Soviets shared control of the country. It took back its independence at the end of 1945. But it would be another 10 years before the occupiers finally pulled out. Austria regained its sovereignty on the 15th of May 1955, on the condition that it remain neutral. The treaty was signed in the Belvedere Palace by Austria and representatives of the 4 winners of World War II. The former Chancellor Leopold Figl declared Austria is free. Echoes of the Anschluss years came back to haunt Austria in the 1980s. Up to then the country had portrayed itself as a victim of the Nazi regime. But then President Kurt Waldheim was discovered to have been a Nazi officer accused of atrocities during the war in the former Yugoslavia. He refused to resign. 70 years on, the debate over the extent of Austria's complicity with the Nazi regime refuses to go away.